Post-traumatic stress disorder, or commonly known as PTSD, can affect anyone from all walks of life. However, first responders like firefighters or police officers and military veterans are at a higher risk.
"You are not alone" is the slogan for a nonprofit organization, the Code 9 Project, which provides education and training for first responders, veterans, and their families on the prevention of PTSD and suicide. Chatting with us today, we have president and co-founder of the Code 9 Project, Brandy Lee Baker. Brandy Lee, thank you so much for your time today and joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Alexis and Cody.
You know, Brandy Lee, you have such an amazing story, but you got to tell us what motivated you to start such an important organization like the Code 9 Project. Were you just inspired by a stranger's survival story, or, you know, do you have a loved one maybe who has suffered from PTSD?
Excellent question. I come from a long line of military, law enforcement, and first response. I myself am a former first responder, and in 2010 I lost a very close family member who was a military combat veteran and a law enforcement officer. So our organization is comprised of active duty and retired first responders and military. And this is a passion project for all of us, and many of us wear the call letters of PTS. So not only are we professionally trained, but we understand this from an experiential perspective.
Brandy Lee, we were just mentioning how so many different walks of life can have PTSD. What are some of those signs, I guess, or are there telltale signs of PTSD?
Great question. There are many signs. There are four major types of symptoms. There's behavioral symptoms, there's cognitive symptoms, there's emotional symptoms, and there's physical symptoms. Many of those physical symptoms go unnoticed. So things like increase in colds, or suddenly you're having a lot of allergic reactions, are some physical examples, or high blood pressure suddenly, sleep disturbances, nightmares, flashbacks, and then behaviorally and emotionally we have things like explosivity or mood swings, lack of interest in previous activities, which is a big one for family members to note, and anxiety and feeling restless.
Those are all things. I'm so happy that you listed them, because I'm sure that we have some All Indiana families out there right now who are listening and they're like, you know what? Maybe this is something that I need to look more into for my loved one. And I don't know if we can pop that picture back up. Yes, there we go. I see that adorable dog in the lot. Reminds me of my Izzy G. I assume the dog plays a role in some of the support provided there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, a huge role. So we believe in a three-prong approach to our peer support trainings and our share programs. So we have chaplains and traditional peer support and canine peer support officers. And whether we're deploying to a department suicide or a mass shooting or a natural disaster, or we're delivering our share trainings or building peer support teams, we bring all of those prongs of peer support to train and support in crisis.
You guys have been so intentional. To learn more about Code 9 Project, visit allindiana.tv. Brandy Lee, you are a friend of the show. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's an honor to be here, Alexis, and I just want to say thank you so much for shedding light on a much needed topic. We absolutely shouldn't have the quality of our life dissipate due to serving our country and our community, so thank you.